So then to continue with the Oregon story, um, it's busy up there, man. At that time, Chip Kelly had those boys working 7 days a week. I know we at least had a day off. When I was at Eastern Washington, we at least had one day that was off. We needed every time, every hour we could get off, we needed it. They didn't have no days off. So the Sunday after, I got a chance to, hang out with them before the game. Went to the game. Didn't connect after. Connected after. But Sunday, I wasn't leaving until like Monday. Sunday, he had a lot going on, so, I drove around the town with that real estate, did some calls, and Niners beat the Lions, which was big that day because, put this in here. That's where I'm at while I'm telling the story, Yeah, college cemetery. But Lions did not beat the Niners. Niners beat the Lions. I got some Lions fans in my circle. That's when Lions were riding high, like they was coming here and beat us. I think we went to Detroit and beat them. Another story. But they're probably still mad about that too. That is what it is. So all that's going on, and so on Sunday, I didn't have a chance to meet up with him and chop it up with him. And I really need to, check in with him some more. That's what I do when I go on trips. I check in with him, I hang out, spend time, help him plan, see what's going on, get an update, check in. And so on Monday, I'm leaving, and there's a couple more things that I need to do. Like I need to get him on video with the message to the current Bulldogs, which is what I always do. I always, when I go out of town, I go to these schools. I always make sure that the student athlete at the university sends a message to the current Bulldog. Let me show you this crazy building right here. It's a college center. College center up here is the college cemetery. It's brand new. It's been around for a couple years, I guess, but it's brand new. So I go up there, don't have him on video yet, and needed to make sure he was cool. So I do all that. And then I ended up going to breakfast with with one of my good friend's stepsons. Go to breakfast with him. Breakfast with lunch. I think it was like breakfast. Go to breakfast with him. And then, I gotta leave in a few hours. And I know he has practice, but Oregon got everything private. Oregon's everything private at Oregon. They don't mess around, especially at that time. It's 2011. So, he running around, trying to get a hold of him, to get a hold of him. So I'm like, all right, I might have to leave Oregon without getting him on video and checking in with him again. But once again, I'm like, you know what? Everything will happen exactly how it's supposed to happen. You got to have the faith that it's going to work out. That's what I did. I gave up all the power to upstairs. I said, all right, this is what's going to happen. So I go have breakfast. And then I ride over to the stadium and get some more footage, everything for the documentary as well, which will be coming out soon. So I go up there and I ride around. I see a couple of Oregon players coming out of the facilities. I say, okay, well, they have practice, so maybe I can catch them. Maybe I'll catch them. And then, see what's going on with them. I know a schedule. So that happens, and I'm driving around the parking lot. Drove back, and then I said, let me just park and just try to text him and see if it worked. So I'm driving in the parking lot, and then I see a green lap. Didn't look at the license plate. I just saw a green Cadillac, and I just happened to see there's a bunch of spaces. I just parked next to this one. I don't know why. I just parked next to it. Oh, I've been a Cadillac fan too. So I do that, and then I'm sitting there texting them and texting some other people, kind of waiting. And then I look over, I'm bumping that Mac Dre as well too. Window down a little bit, so I look over, and I notice one of their players looked like T. Mitchell, and T. Mitchell actually played, high school football for two of my brothers that's up there coaching at Burbank. John Heff and James Polley. So I don't know him personally, but I didn't have a chance to meet him. I think Rahsaan was his roommate at the time. So I see him, kind of giving him a nod, not even tripping. He getting into the lap. So I'm sitting there texting, thinking like, okay, I'm gonna figure out how can I get a hold of this dude. And sure enough, I hear a knock on the window, and guess who it is? It's Rahsaan. He's about to go to tutoring, get a ride from T. Mitch over to tutoring. Crazy how stuff happens. So once again, faith wins. And then, so I'm gonna follow him. Like, man, can you follow me? So I'm about to follow him over to the campus. And then he ends up getting out of T. Mitch's car, getting in my car. Like, man, can I get a ride over to tutoring? And a ride over to tutoring. And, so we do that, get the video, talk to him, catch up with him again, and everything happened exactly how I figured it would happen. But once again, faith wins again. And it's very important that you keep the faith. Keep the faith. It will work. That's just one more story. I have many more. I have many more stories about how faith wins. And it's important. And that's what walk through is. We're walking through faith every time.